this episode of Food Rhymes in Life, we visit an incredible seaside night market in Kota Kinabalu for some fresh seafood before burning my face off at a very authentic Szechuan Chinese restaurant. After which we fly back to Kuala Lumpur and hit Mile High Sound's recording studio to record an original song for this vlog, as well as shooting a music video in downtown KL. Finally finishing up over some amazing Peranakan cuisine with my good friend Callan Green. I'm your host, a solo traveler. If you want to support this one-man band, please subscribe, like, or leave a comment. Also, I make all the music for the show. I've left my Spotify link below, and without further ado, please enjoy the video. So I found myself at this really cool night bazaar here. We've got all sorts of fresh produce and vegetables and dried items of different sorts. And then they've got people cooking food also. Everything from garlic and chilies to fresh pork and fresh chicken, fresh fish, dried fish, all sorts of vegetables. There's dudes fixing clothes on sewing machines outside. This is the type of market I really like. It's gigantic, really cool. So I'm just gonna go find myself something to eat because that's kind of what the show is, you know? Coconut. Can I have one coconut? This market is the real deal if I've ever seen it. This is the type of stuff that I love. And I was complaining about the Ramblers market in Barcelona because it was like too ritzy. This is the market. This is what you want. Plastic chairs, plastic tables. I mean, I just got this fantastic, and I can tell just by how it tastes. This is just straight up coconut water, like straight out of the coconut. A big old glass of it for like 75 cents Canadian. Amazing.
Steamed butter garlic, fried rice, fried noodles.
What is the Nonya?
Nonya,
Which fish is that?
yeah, please. 38 ringgit, sir.
38 ringgit.
Yeah.
Okay, can I do that one with the sambal?
Okay, fried or steamed? Fried.
Fried?
Fried nonya, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm just gonna start digging in. Screw it. Like, my fish will be coming soon enough. Let's try out this this fried rice. Good. Big portion too. Really big portion. And it's steaming hot. Right. All right, so my fish is here. I don't even know what kind of fish it is, to be honest. I'm not really too concerned. I can tell you it's a tasty fish. I can tell you it's a tasty white fish. Superbly cooked. Decent size. And this sambal sauce is unreal. I love this stuff. It's like a classic Malaysian flavor, especially going with seafood. It's got a molasses kind of texture to it. Like it's a little bit on the thick side, which is really nice. It coats the fish perfectly. We got that garlic ginger flavor with some lemongrass, some chilies, and then something that's making it also a little bit sweet. So it's got like a little sweet sour play on flavors going. Thank you. Some morning glory. Always a flavor I love. They've done this one with something there's a bit of a fermented taste in here. A lot of onion. A little bit different than they do it in, say, Thailand. Yeah, definitely like some stank fermented flavor going on here, but it's good. Well, I'm super full. And I must say, in life, sometimes you're lucky enough to visit somewhere truly special. Today was one of those days. That was maybe the coolest market I've ever been to in my life. And the fact, it's actually right on the ocean. So, you know the seafood was super fresh. Hello. You know the seafood was super fresh. And that guy thought the camera was pointed in his direction. Nope, I'm filming myself. And you had like all the smoke from the grills permeating the place. Like it just gave it this really, really cool feel. Super authentic. Best market ever. I've been given an anonymous tip from an anonymous source about some really real deal authentic Szechuanese Chinese food. Hello. Can I? Hello. There we go. Cheers. Sorry about that. So I'm here and I've been given a tip about some authentic Szechuanese Chinese food. And if you know me, you know that this is like one of my favorite little things to eat. I love Szechuanese style spicy Chinese food. So we're gonna go find out if this place is the real deal or not. So I've ordered the most menacing looking dish I could find on the whole thing. There's no English names here, it's all in Chinese or Malay. So I ordered the picture that looked the hottest. So I've got a Szechuanese Chinese chicken dish here, and it's just stuffed with peppers, dry peppers or dried chilies, wet chilies, peppercorns. And the interesting thing about the Szechuan peppercorn is that the husk actually contains a property that makes your mouth numb, which is an interesting sensation when eating. All right, so I got a nice boneless piece. And put some straight dried chilies with it, go hard. Nice chunky pieces of green bell pepper. Oh, amazing flavor there. The spice is starting to hit me. I haven't got the mouth numbing. The mouth numbing effect is starting to come on now too, so you know it's the real deal. And then we've got chunks of ginger and garlic, which I always love. This is straight up ridiculous. Such good food. This dish is not for the faint of heart. Do not attempt unless you've got an iron stomach like me and a high spice tolerance. So I just finished up with the Szechuanese Chinese food, and I can tell you 100% that was super authentic. It was absolutely delicious. My mouth is still numb and burning, but damn was it worth it.
I've been thinking about this topic for 50 years, actually, thinking about thinking. I wrote a paper when I was 14, that's 50 years ago, that basically described the human brain as a large number of pattern recognizers. And I did a program that did pattern recognition on musical melodies and then wrote original music with the patterns it had discovered. So you see it in Chopin, and it would write then music like it was a student of Chopin or Mozart. You could recognize which composer had been analyzed with the original music that it was composing. And this book actually articulates a very consistent thesis. Pattern recognition is what we do well. We're not very good at logical thinking. Computers do a far better job than that.
We no longer following protocol, on a first name basis. From now on, only dial tones for your agent. Downloadable, scroll them for you to hold them. Foldable 3D printed, just tore a hole through your modem. Stolen files, we decode them. Load them, get what's noted. Over the metronome, your boy colder than Minnesota. You holding a tin of soda, open your popping quota. Quoting the farmer lobby like Obi, Copy, and Yoda. Only we marching forward, don't let go through your shoulder. Covert ops in a bowler, they Photoshop in the moment. That Kodak no longer own it. Oldies considered golden, the gold is considered stone age. Get fitted inside a folder. Now we hope it's solar. Their market is polar with polar caps in my arteries. Art of charming the cobra. Lot of carp in the moat that I bore to hold my pagoda. I go to sleep on a cloud in the rover and I get told I think we reached the time limit. Earthquakes every 5 minutes. Acid rain, captivating time in it. Temperature climb, reach the virus fly. Yeah, it's spreading like wildfire. Contagion with stylized innovation is mile high. Aviation ain't trying to hide from inflation. Indicate with Osama lock with no combination. A letter to money lenders, pretending your resignation. Bailing out brothers laymen. Bank accounts in the Caymans is tantamount to enslavement. These bankers think they can David and late for their own arraignment. Acid rain on the pavement, then dancing in Macarena on graves that they desecrate. And it's blatant the tax evasion, empty an island vacation. Laid on his private plane while a family can't buy the basics. Calamity empire at Pfizer who pushing that vaccination. That line is gonna get me censored, all entered by cabinet strafing. I ain't in the habit of waiting. Greetings and salutations, just read at the palette, painting a portrait of procrastination and character assassination. Bad for your reputation if jail and the perp ain't working, but dotted his fucking face.
Kennedy apparently shot him head. He fell face down in the back seat of his car.
Okay.
Blood was on his head.
I gotta think, where would that
Kennedy tried,
fit?
oh no, and tried to hold up his head.
Just want to get them as close as possible. It makes it easier during the editing process to line everything up.
No worries.
Oh, I'm supposed to be taking the gimbal with me into here.
Oh. So, like I mentioned before, everything's in time. I'm going to use a count-in. Are you all right with 1 bar count-in before the moment?
Yeah, I think so. Should be fine.
And you're just doing a straight read now, yeah?
Yeah, let's just run through the track once.
Fantastic. I'm going to pop out and get the script.
Topic for 50 years, actually.
Oh, you can fast forward it way up because this intro eats up like 45 seconds or
Okay,
something.
do you want it to drop just before
Just
the beat?
before the... So,
You're coming on beat right after that,
yeah.
So would that be a good point to go?
Sure.
All right, let's do it. Rolling.
This is the hardest part of the track, actually. Is just coming in on this part. We no longer following protocol on a first name basis. From now on, catching dial tones to your agent. Downloadable, scrotum for you to hold them. Foldable 3D printed, just tore a hole through your modem. Stolen files, we decode them. Load them like Edward Snowden. Over the metronome, your boy colder than Minnesota. You holding a tin of soda. Opium, poppy quota. Quoting the farmer lobby like Obi copying Yoda.
Only we marching forward, don't let go over your shoulder. Covert ops in a moment, they Photoshop in the moment. In the habit of waiting, greetings and salutations.
Does that feel right to you, or?
Play it again.
In the habit of waiting, in the habit of waiting, in the habit of waiting.
Can I hear it with the beat?
Yeah, of course.
That vaccination, that line is gonna get me censored. I'll enter the cabinet straight, and I ain't in the habit of waiting. Greetings and salutations.
What do you think?
I think it's good. I think it's a bit loud. Now try.
That vaccination, that line is gonna get me censored. I'll enter the cabinet straight, and I ain't in the habit of waiting. Greetings and salutations. Read at the ballot, painting a
Yeah, it's
portrait
cool.
of procrastination and
And yeah, okay. I can make it better. Yeah, I'll make it better.
It sounds like just a tiny, like, you can tell it's not like right.
I'm really tempted to just give this a little nudge. I don't want to mess with your vocals too much, but I guarantee
I don't care, whatever sounds good. It's
Yeah.
not like we're fucking using a bunch of auto-tune here or anything, you know?
I don't like auto-tune.
Me neither. And
I like manually doing it if it needs to be done.
once in a while, we'll use it for like a little bit of something in one of my tracks, but I don't use it very often.
It is
So I
stylistic.
can actually sing.
Yeah, exactly. I had a student that was just like mind blown. It's like, oh, I took your advice and I stopped using Waves to tune real time and I sound better now. And he really does.
Enter my friend Callan Green, no Diddy, for a taste of Peranakan at the heralded Lima Pulo restaurant in downtown KL.
Yeah. Saya bahasa Melayu tidak bagus.
Actually, pretty good. That's on point.
Alright,
So this actually, patai is stinky beef.
Okay.
Now it is what the name says. I'm not sure if you can smell it. It is stinky, but a lot of people like it. Now ours has a little bit of a bitter taste to it, so you have to kind of know that going into it. But it's very good. It's very good for your body as well. It kind of cleanses your body. So that's why our chef, I know this is a bit inappropriate, but our chef likes to say that you will smell it twice while you're eating it in, you know. That's just the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah, give it a go. It's very healthy, very good. Other than the oils going on, it's quite good for your body.
Okay.
Right, and
Thanks
then
so
the
much.
lobster should be coming right up.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dude, I've seen this on menus, and I was like really intrigued about the little green things that are in here. Are those like lima beans or something? What are they? Do you know?
She called them stinky beans.
Is that what she said?
Kind
Okay.
of that's what it translates to.
I'm gonna try one of them just on its own. That's really good. This is gonna be spicy for you though.
Well, I already had one piece.
She was right on it coming out. Other side.
You gotta get stuck into the pie tea burger. What's really nice is it's a really good contrast because this is sort of oily and spicy, and this one is just like fresh. So
Sorry,
shove
what
the
we-
whole thing in your mouth.
Do I want some of this sauce on that?
Yeah, probably.
That is so good, man.
Yeah.
That's a dope little bite.
Yeah.
It's really fresh.
The origin is if you talk about the Straits of Malacca, right? So the space that runs between the Peninsula, Malaysia, and Sumatra. Now it's the busiest shipping lane in the world. It's always been super important for global shipping, exploration, the spice trade, all this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
So especially in like the 1600s, we had a lot of the Chinese coming down to these parts of the world for trade reasons. And what happened is the cultures began to mingle, especially in places like Penang, Malacca, and Singapore. So these are your like really hubs for Peranakan food. And they were fantastic.
White rice.
Oh, little love hearts. Sayang awak. I just told her I loved her. So you talk about a meld of cultures, and there are stories about a Chinese merchant marrying a Malay princess, and the cultures coming together. And if you're in Penang, you can see this in fashions and all sorts of stuff as well.
Thank you.
Wow, we have ordered a lot of food. So
And we got to try everything.
This is the ayam barampa.
Yeah.
It's sort of halfway between rendang chicken and chicken curry.
Wow.
And then...
Do you know what they've chopped up on the top here? You have any idea? Are we just going to find out?
This looks like
by
some ginger flour. Yeah, that's ginger flour. Yeah.
So it tastes super kaffir lime leafy though.
Yeah. And
Like,
I reckon
almost
I would
identical.
say that green is cafe lime,
that's okay.
and the red or pink there is ginger flour.
That makes sense.
And then
That ginger flower's got a really interesting flavor to it.
it's what was in that gin last night.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the pongte chicken is like ginger and like soy and a few other things. This
On
is
your
one-
recommendation.
This is one of my absolute favorites.
It looks like it falls apart in your mouth.
It does. Some nice sauce on there.
Oh my god, that looks unreal.
Yeah. They really nailed that one.
Oh my god. You really taste the coconut milk in here.
Oh yeah.
This shit is unreal, man. Love that gravy.
Yeah.
Sometimes a nice thin gravy is just what you need. It's just what the doctor ordered on certain dishes.
The eggplant's pretty bland by itself.
What is this sauce over here? Ooh.
I have no idea. Some sort of chili.
Looks dark and sinister.
Some sort of chili one, and then some sort of shrimp paste one, I think.
Well, I like dark and sinister, so.
Yeah. Just like your soul.
Exactly. Yeah, this one has like a little bit of something fermenty going on in there for sure. That'd be shrimp paste? Or is this one the one with shrimp paste?
That's shrimp paste, the second one.
Oh, because this one had something a little fishy going on it too.
Probably. There's a lot of fishy stuff going on.
Oh yeah. Classic, spicy, shrimpy, tasty.
Yeah, it's a real classic Peranakan taste.
What makes people come together and begin to accept each other's differences with common understanding on a global scale? Long before the internet, there was the dining room table. Now you'll probably deem these words to ring hyperbolic. However, I'm certain there's more than a kernel of truth within this gumbo of blah blah blah. So what came first, the chicken or the egg? In the case of Malaysia, such a wonderful mix of cultures coinciding under the umbrella of one relatively prosperous nation. So my question is, did this diverse mix of cultures allow for the birth of such an exquisite national cuisine? Or did the appreciation of these previously alien flavors provide a jump-off point for these different cultures to come together harmoniously? Well, that's a question for the historians, I suppose.